T.H. Morgan explained linkage and recombination by doing dihybrid cross in Drosophila. This cross in Drosophila gave a very similar kind of result what we saw in case of P given by Mendel. In this case, T.H. Morgan considered X chromosome. So, we know in case of Drosophila there are 2 X chromosome in case of females and 1 X chromosome in case of males. So, the condition he considered was in 2 different sets. In case 1, he considered yellow body and white-eyed females, which is a recessive property, whereas he considered brown body and red eye, which is a dominant property, which is a wild type property in case of males. In case 2, he considered again a recessive property for females, that is miniature wings along with white eyes, whereas in case of males he considered big wings along with red eyes. So, now if you are looking at the diagrammatic crossing over, it is difficult. So, we will try and cross over just like how we did it in P. So, in P we took first parents. So, here also we will be taking parents. First is the female and the second is male. Condition 1, in parents we are seeing that we have taken yellow body and white eyed female, and we have taken in condition 1 males as brown body and red eyes. This is supposed to be Y chromosome. It does not have any significance other than giving the gender of the organism. In condition 2, we have taken in case of females white eyes and miniature wings, and in case of males, that is a wild type dominant type, we have taken red eyes with large wings. So, we need to take out gametes of each of them. Gametes are always haploid, and since we have a same set in case of females, we get 1 gamete, and in case of males we have 2 different gametes, which also includes Y chromosome. Same goes in condition 2. So, we are going to cross over in both the condition in case of to find the first filial generation or the F1 generation. In F1 generation, you see that females will become Y plus Y, W plus W, and in case of males it become YW with Y chromosome. Here also you get W plus W, M plus M, and WM and a Y chromosome. What does it signify? You will be amazed to see that it is a reciprocal cross. Reciprocal cross means you had started off with yellow body and white eyed female, right? Now, you see the males are yellow body and white eyed, whereas you had started with brown body and red eyes in case of males. Now, the females are brown body and red eyes in condition 1. In condition 2, similarly, if you see, we had started off with white eyes and miniature wings in females. Now, the males are recessive type with white eyes and miniature wings, whereas in case of males we had the big wings and red eyes. We are now having females having big wings and red eyes. So, this is called as reciprocal cross. Now, in the next step, what we are going to do? We are going to self or cross between these 2 forms. What we get? You will be again amazed to see. So, this is the cross what we are going to do. Now, we will be drawing a Punnett checkerboard in each of them. One of them I will show you here. So, we are going to consider it as males in vertical position. So, here is males and here is females. Now, you will be having 4 gametes which are formed in case of females, and in males you will be having 2 gametes. Now, in males, if you see, there is only X chromosome which is carrying YW and the other is Y chromosome. So, let us note it down here, Okay, and in case of females, if you see Y plus W plus will be your first one. The second one will be Y plus with the smaller w, and then you have the Y coming with W plus and Y with W. On the similar lines, we can form the F2 generation for cross 2 also, cross B. So, let us do the crossing. Y plus Y, W plus W, Y plus Y, W, W, Y, Y, W plus W, Y, Y and W, W. Similarly, we will fill in the others also. So, now that we have filled, you could see that all the females are in this row and all the males are in this row in both cross A and cross B. Now, there is a very important fact to be understanding here, that in some forms you have parental characteristic. What were the parental characteristic if you ask me? You had yellow body with white eyes, which was the recessive parent characteristic, right? And you also had one more parent characteristic. So, let us write it as parent characteristic here. The other parent characteristic was brown body and red eyes. So, this was the wild type parent characteristic. So, if I give a combination of yellow body with red eyes or brown body with white eyes, what would you call them? You would call it as recombination, right? And in this case also similarly we will put in, we had miniature wings, I will write it as MW, miniature wings, along with yellow body, or rather we had taken eyes. So, we had white eyes. This was a parental characteristic of recessive type, and then you have big wings with red eyes as another parental characteristic, but this was wild type. Now, we are crisscrossing and seeing, we have miniature wings and red eye, and we also have big wings with white eye. These two will become recombination. So, now till here I think it is very simple, just like our pea plant, but from here the changes happen. In both the crosses, though we see lot of similarities, or rather everything was in the same lines, if you see that parental type in these two forms were about 98.7%. So, it is a big number, and recombination was just about 1.3%. If you are looking at the chart, if you see these ones which I am ticking are the parental ones, and these which I am crossing out is the ones which is recombination. So, tick and cross. Similarly, here also tick is parental. So, here is the parental, and cross is the ones which is recombinants. But in case 2, as we are seeing, it will be that parental type is just about 62.8% and recombinant is about 37.2%. So, why is this difference? That is the question we are going to understand. Now, we come back to the chart and see how it looks. So, this is the chart, if you remember. If you see in the first case, we saw 98.7% parental type. So, 98.7%, what was it? Parental combination. And look at the distance between the two genes. If you see, both the genes are so closely packed that crossing over is hardly possible. But in the second case, if you remember, parental combination was way lesser. You could see 37.2% of recombinants, and the reason was because the distance between the two genes was so large that crossing over was highly possible. So, this is called as linkage. Linkage is how close two genes are present. And where is recombination highest? When linkage is less. So, here recombination is at peak and here linkage is high.